Everybody, hopefully this angle is fine and hopefully the camera doesn't die because it's like on low battery. So if it dies, it's not gonna be good. But today I'm in my screen and porch, and I don't think that I've ever filmed a video in here. But welcome to my crib. Just kidding. This is the screen and porch in my house. The weather is great today. It's the last day of spring break and I'm just loving it. I got up super early, went to brunch with my friends at like 8 o'clock in the morning. It was a great time. I've been super productive today. It's just one of those days. Okay, so I have been watching YouTube today for like an hour or so, and I came across a video that was about happiness, and I'll have the original video linked down below. It was by Luca Whitaker, who is a creator that I watch. I love her. I think she's very inspiring, so you guys should totally check her out. But I thought I would do a version of her video, but kind of just a little bit different. So, yeah, I'm going to do a video about how to be happy, basically. Of course, watching this is not going to make you happy, but I'm just giving you tips that can help you, like, when you're just having a bad day and you're just not in a good mood, and when you just need a little, like, pick-me-up, I guess. It makes me really frustrated when I have a bad day because, like, there's so many things that I could do to not have a bad day. Even with anything that happens that makes me have a bad day, like, I can grow from it. And I can do so many things to help me have a better day, and I just don't do them. And it's kind of frustrating. Okay, so recently I've been getting like the end of the school year like stress and just like weird vibes, I guess. Like, you guys know, at the end of the school year, everything is just weird. Like, there's testing, people are acting strange, people are ready for summer, and you're just like done. Like, you're just so burned out. And I've said in previous videos that the weather really affects my mood, and today the weather's great, so I'm in a really good mood, but it makes me really mad, like, when the weather's bad, because everybody comes to school in a bad mood. These birds are going nuts. But I find that even when the weather is bad, I've started to use these tips to kind of just, like, help me be in a happy mood. First thing that you can do as a tip to make yourself a little bit more happy, I'm sorry, I keep messing with my hair, I need to stop, is to find some quotes that you can kind of use to guide your life. So, find some quotes. I'll tell you mine. The first one is, everything happens for a reason. This one, I cannot stress enough. This quote has guided me through so much because it always bugs me when stuff doesn't go as planned. It makes me really frustrated when stuff like just doesn't go my way. Like, it goes everyone else's way but mine. And I have found that everything happens for a reason, and God or the universe or whatever you believe in makes that thing happen just at that right moment, just at that right time, because you're meant to grow from it and it's meant to happen to you, and you're going to be a much better person either tomorrow, 5 years down the road, and you're going to realize the lesson that it teaches you. Even this can work with like big things, like big changes in your life. It can work with bad things, good things. A lot of times, like, the good things, like, you don't see that they happen for a reason until later, but I feel like with the bad things that happen, I have to remind myself that they're happening for a reason. Like, they're not just happening to me to happen, you know? The other quote is, you're responsible for your own happiness and only you can create it. So this one I've actually kind of found in the more recent like year or so, and I don't know, I think it's a really motivational quote because you can't expect other people to make you happy because that's too much of a burden on them. And even though other people should make you happy and they should make you feel good about yourself, they're not always going to, and you can't expect them to because, like, you can't control another person, basically. So you can only be happy if you let yourself be happy. I feel like this video is really all over the place. It's kind of a rant video, but it's gonna help you, I promise. Do yoga, like I said. You can watch Netflix. You can have a dance party. Dance parties are freaking awesome. If you just turn on music, crank it up. What is this? This is me cranking up the music. Crank up the music and just dance. Like, life's so much better with music. Lots of things that you can do. I almost spilled this. There's lots of things that you can do to just make yourself happy, but I think the main thing is, instead of sitting in your bed or sitting, you know, wherever and just thinking about life, like, just get up and do something at that moment. But if you just get up and get your mind off of it and do something, you'll feel so much better. I promise, try it. It works. Another thing that I like to do is I like to kind of find different ways to be creative. I wouldn't say that, like, I would say I'm a creative. I'm definitely a creative person because I'm on YouTube, I dance, I do acting. I wouldn't say that I'm, like, the best at, like, drawing or sketching. Like, I don't have like the artistic eye of like Picasso, but I can draw, I can sketch if I want to, like if I really try really hard. So recently I've been doing watercolor. This was a big thing a couple years ago. Like I was always doing watercolor, and I still do it periodically, like in the summer with my friends. But recently I've been like getting into it, and I don't even like make anything in particular. I just take my paintbrush and I just watercolor my paper. It's so relaxing. Like put on music, do some watercolor. Okay, the next thing is to go outside. If you have good weather, or if it's like semi-nice weather, just go outside. I always find that like cooped up in my house, I want to be really productive, but like I just don't want to be in my room anymore. And I came out here and I did my homework for like an hour. I went out into my driveway, got a chair, and I sat and read To All the Boys I've Loved Before for a good hour and a half. Like, I didn't even know it was an hour and a half. I left my phone in my room. I left my electronics in my room. I brought out my book, put some sunglasses on, and sat there and read for an hour and a half. For some reason, like, I don't know if you guys feel this way, but going outside or doing stuff outside, like stuff that I would normally do inside, makes me feel so much more productive because I think it's just a change in routine. Next thing is to spend time with people that make you happy. I'm a teenager, and I know all 200 of you, most of you are probably teenagers or a little bit older or a little bit younger, but we're growing up in an environment where we're like the internet kids. We're the internet generation. Social media is our lives, and whether you like it or not, our generation is run by social media, and sometimes it's great and sometimes it sucks. And I don't know, I feel like you have to surround yourself with people who give you the same vibe that you give them. If people aren't putting in as much as you're putting in, then it's probably not making you happy, even if you want it to. Does that make sense? Like, if you're giving 100% and they're only giving 80%, and it's okay to spend time alone. I would say that this is the next thing, because spending time alone is so important. I would not say that I'm an introvert at all, other than I like to have time to myself. Like, if it's go, go, go for the whole weekend and I'm hanging out with friends one after the other, I'm having so much fun with my friends and it's great. But like, as soon as I get home, I want to have time to myself. I want to be able to sit there and, you know, watch an episode of something, or have a movie night, or put a face mask on. The next thing is kind of intertwined with all of the other ones, but it's to put on your favorite show, put on your favorite movie, turn on some music, and just like be for a second. Like, I know after a long day at school, I always want to come home and I just want to watch like one episode of something, just one episode, or listen to like 30 minutes worth of music and then be productive. Like, next is to have a schedule for yourself. This probably sounds really weird, but I'm a very like organized person and I'm a very punctual person, and I would say that I pretty much have the same routine. Okay, my camera died. That's fun time. But I think I was talking about making a schedule for yourself. So, like I said, I'm a pretty much like routine person. I don't really go off my routine. I would say I'm like on the daily, and when I wake up in the morning, I know exactly what I'm going to do every hour of the day. I write to-do lists, I have a calendar, I have reminders. The reminders app on my phone, that thing is my life. I always have reminders. All of my friends know reminders are always on my phone. I never have a lock screen without a reminder. I feel like they make me really organized, and being organized makes me extremely happy because I know that I'm not all over the place. Not that being all over the place is bad. I just feel like being organized makes me happy, and if you're not an organized person, then it might not. But if you find that you're getting down on yourself and you're getting really stressed out about things, I would try to keep to-do lists, to keep schedules. I also don't want this video to be too long. But this kind of helped you. I was very inspired by the videos I watched today about happiness, and I feel like there's a lot of ways that you can make yourself happy. I wouldn't say like, I don't know, I feel like these tips kind of just help me like be in a better mood all the time, and I'm much more of a free spirit when I use these tips. Obviously there's times when like you're just in the dust and you're just, you know, not having a good day, and you're in a mood and you're in a funk, and that's just the way life is. Like, the last thing that I have to say is that there's a bee in here. You can't sit around waiting for life to make you happy, because life isn't going to make you happy. Only you can do that. You're there to live life. Life isn't there to live it for you. Wow, that was really inspirational. And don't forget to love yourself, because you're beautiful and you're awesome. And yeah, look at me being inspirational. Yes. hopefully these helped you. I know they helped me, so if they help you, tell me in the comments down below. Adios.